What's up, guys? So, this is going to be a bit different from what I usually do. What I usually do is I record day by day, or I record a whole bunch of these bedroom readings in one day, like I'm doing right now. But I would switch outfits so that it would look like I was doing it day by day. It's a little bit deceit there, but nothing crazy. But I think I'm just going to read everything here at once and then cut it up. And that to me feels like an actual bedroom reading, because the doing it as a single poem day by day is okay, but I just want to try something new. And by new, I also mean being on my bed. This was actually my dad's bed before he passed, and this was his spot. So when I would come in from work or from wherever, he would be here for the most part, like this, shirtless in his underwear. And where my desk is, that's where my bed was. So when he passed, I inherited his spot. And his birthday is coming up, so I feel like this is my way of honoring him. And I have a specific poem I'm gonna read for him. Well, about him. Right now, he's in the glory of God and he's at peace. So I'm gonna start off the reading with this. This is in no specific order, and I will decide which one is which bedroom reading number it will be when I edit the video. Let me make sure this is recording. It is. You can't determine how much you got done by the pages you filled. What you wrote down could be hundreds of pages of complete horseshit. Trust me, I have notebooks filled with bad ideas and worthless thoughts. That's one. It's not much of a poem, just like a little. I think prose. Okay. Strangers at a bar. I hope you fall in love in 10 years like you did today. Hey, excuse me. What's your name? The courage to ask might come from a bottle. The courage to dance might come from a shot glass. The courage to laugh might truly come within you. Can I buy you a drink? I remember when I was single before I met Natalie that I would try to go to bars and talk to women and I just couldn't do it. Like I didn't have that thing inside me that I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the nerve that it takes to approach somebody at random and try to convince them that you're not a creep. And I was definitely a creep because I definitely had a bad vibe around me. I was depressed, I was grieving, I was lonely, desperate. So it's not a good combination to try to pick up women, and I think this is just a reflection of that time. Next one. Too many poetry readings. Cool. I like this one. Too many poetry readings. The worst poets to listen to are those who can only write about their race, nationality, sexual orientation, confused identity, and their sad, sad addictions. It all gets a little boring when they read. I yawn when they're not looking. When it's my turn to read another poem about my sad, sad life, they give it right back. It all gets a little played out. I've been to a lot of poetry readings, and I feel like these are the main things that you hear about: race, nationality, sexual orientation, confused identity, and addiction. Which I look, that's not a jab to anybody specific, just in general of the whole scene of what it sounds like after a while. I don't hear about their personal everyday life. It's very much about how they view the world from a political standpoint or from their race or their sexual orientation. I just kind of want to hear more about the day-to-day occurrences that happen to them personally that they find interesting, like getting on a train or and and bumping into an old friend or getting screamed at by a homeless man in the street, getting defecated on by a broken pipe. That happened to me. So that's what I mean. I am. I am a terrible person trying to do the right thing. I am not a good man. I am not a good friend. I am not. I am everything I want to be. I am everything I choose to do. I am everything I try to accomplish. I am my dreams. I am my failures. I am nothing to no one. I am everything to someone. I am not special. I am not unique. I am a leech trying to do the right thing. I am a monster. I am a drunk. I am just like my mother. I am just like my father. I am everything cruel and sweet. I am trying. I am. I am trying to be. I am. That doesn't really need an explanation. That's just. Well, this morning I read it to my best friend and another dear friend of mine, and they pointed out that that poem really represents a time and place of how I felt about myself. And I think it still resonates true to a certain degree. For sure. But that's because of my own actions. All right. Another way. You'd put a gun against your own head before you let someone else do it for you. A cold barrel. A warm hand reaching out to someone lost in a spiral. Trapped. Pacing back and forth, daring myself to do it. Do it. I shoot. Miss. The bullet grazes my head. I laugh, looking forward. I turn around, set the gun on the floor, back out from my motel room. That is just, I guess, a short story in its own way. It's a poem, like it's definitely formatted in a way of a poem, but it's it's really playing more with the idea of me wanting to harm myself and ultimately not being able to do it because I don't want to die. I want to keep trying. I want to live. I don't want to waste the life that God has given me. I don't want to waste all of my parents' sacrifice and their sacrifice. This was called self-loathing. I'm only a complainer pretending to be an alcoholic, a pitiful beggar addicted to words of affirmation, acceptance from complete strangers. Hey, what do you think about this poem? Pathetic loser, unworthy of the word. Yet, I still try. I'm only a complainer pretending to be a poet. I really am hard on myself, like real badly. I deserve love too. I deserve to love myself as well. I'm working on it, but these poems are reflections of myself, reflections of my life, reflections of my mind, and I am a very unhealthy person so far from what I've been reading. The next one. This one's called Hopeful Wishing. Who will be holding my hand when the light begins to flicker like an old light bulb? When the furniture, the walls, the home I built becomes a blur. The faces of loved ones start to flash like a camera shutter. I'm scared. Who'll be parting my hair to the side, kissing my forehead? I'm scared. Will I even be this lucky? Deep breaths. I recently went to a funeral of a coworker of mine, an ex-coworker of mine, and call him a friend would be not honest because even though we were friendly, we weren't that close. But at the same time, this person had so much love in him. He gave me a ring that he knew that I liked that he had. It was one of those rings that you would just like flick and the ring would spin and spin and spin and it helps you like calm down with your nerves. And even though we weren't close, the day that my final day at the job where we used to work at, my last day, he gave me that ring and he thought of me and he wished me the best in all my endeavors in pursuing poetry, which didn't go well. But it meant a lot that he thought of me, even though we weren't as close. But he thought of me because he was such a beautiful human being. And it's sad that someone so filled with light and love is gone. Rest in peace, Christian. The next one. What am I? What am I really without my excuses? Who am I truly without my regrets? Where have I been for the last year? I was in Mexico. Now I'm in New York. In a matter of seconds, I went from living in a desert to living in the largest city in the world. And I fucking hate it. I used to live in Mexico for about 2 years until my mother and aunt passed. And then I decided to come here for multiple reasons, but I ultimately decided to stay. The first 2 years of coming back was very rough. I was grieving. I was devastated. I was sinning. I was just doing a whole lot of nonsense. And I was not in a good place. I'm much better now, thanks to the people around me, not because of the bottle. Grace. If I had to sit back, let the sun do its job, let the earth make its rounds, watch them grow from a seed, I say they're lime trees, pomegranates, bananas, peaches, cactus, bound to each other, purposely positioned on a piece of land that has been witness to wonders. This is ours and we don't even know it. In God's grace. Okay, Dad, I know you're in the love of God, the glory of God, the peace of God at peace. I wish I would have read this to you in person. For my father. This is for my dad before it's too late. I love you. I loved you even when you were too drunk to stand, to talk, to make any sense. I love you. I loved you even when you broke a broom on my brother's back. I love you. I loved you even when you forgot all my birthdays and went out to get drunk. I love you. I loved you when mom left and you were with 3 young boys in the hood waiting for their mom to come home. I love you. I love you when you work so many shifts. I struggle to understand how you're still standing. Paint stained on your hands, the weight of the world crushing your legs. I love you. I loved you after your first heart attack and you survived. I loved you after your second and you survived. I loved you after they found 10 blood clots in your leg. Dad, I love you. I loved you when they evicted us for the third and fourth time. I can't remember anymore, and fuck the landlords. I love you, Dad. I'm just like you. I'm so proud to have your heart. Maybe I'm a little different. Maybe I'm a little bit of a fucking drunk. Maybe I'm a little angry at the world, but I love you. First generation of immigrants. Deport us, bitch. We'll cross that border again. Dad, I love you. When it's time to bury you, it will be done with sorrow and respect. I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. Please live forever. So, obviously, he didn't, but that's only God's plan. I don't know what I'm gonna read from this, but uh, I don't know. I just opened the random page. No, Psalms, nice. Okay. Oh, perfect. Psalms 3. Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. I call out to the Lord, and he answers me from his holy mountain. I lie down and sleep, awake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear though tens of thousands assail me on every side. Arise, Lord, deliver me, my God. Strike all my enemies on the jaw. Break the teeth of the wicked. From the Lord comes deliverance. May your blessing be on your people. All that dust, all that collect on it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you be safe, that God reaches into your heart, and I hope that we see each other again. Take care.